Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about the second 2023 2024 U.S. presidential debate. And it's going to be great. It's really, really nice. So why is the 2024 U.S. presidential debate going to be awesome? Because Trump is skipping again. Silenced. Gone. Done. Right? I think Trump, this is his politically fatal mistake, right? You do not win when no one hears you. And right now, no one is hearing President Donald Trump, right? Coward or incapable, take your pick. He is one or the other, right? So, to tell the truth, Vivek Ramaswamy rolls into the 2024 U.S. presidential debate, defeating 3 opponents out of the gate, okay? President Donald Trump, done, dusted, finished, forgotten, useless, silent, finished. A horrible, horrible decision to skip the debates. It proves he is incapable or a coward, one or the other. You could take your pick. I think either one will. And honestly, that is new. That is new, okay? Because this is the first time we're really seeing Donald Trump displaying incapability, displaying cowardice, right? Now, why would that creep up? 80 years old, right? Like, you're like, he knows he already sees his future, right? President Donald Trump knows what he's going to do to America. He knows it because he's looking at it. He's looking right now at what an 80-year-old president does. As David Plotz said, right? David Plotz used the following words concerning President Joseph Biden: doddering, lacking energy. This was him describing America's conception of President Joseph Biden: doddering, lacking energy, kind of incoherent, not very visible. And President Donald Trump knows he's extremely smart. Anybody tells you Donald Trump is dumb, do not listen to them for 1 second. That man is a genius. He is extremely smart. But he knows an 80-year-old man cannot lead the world. He's seen it. He's seen his future. And he knows that he will be incapable or cowardly because he's seeing President Joseph Biden do it every single day. He has a weight on his shoulders that is crushing him as a person, right? And this weight should not be carried by any 80-year-old person. It's simply too much, right? And so that, I think, he's projecting. I think President Donald Trump is projecting by not showing up to the debate. All right. Also, Vivek Ramaswamy has defeated Doug Burgum. Ward Cleaver out. Asa Hutchinson gone. Ward Cleaver out, right? And that means we're down to 6 candidates on the stage. This is extremely good for Vivek Ramaswamy, right? And the reason why is he's already defeated 3 Republicans before the moment he steps on the stage and says word 1, he gets 3 wins. He beats President Donald Trump, coward or incapable, take your pick, right? He beats Asa Hutchinson, couldn't make the second debate. He beats Doug Burgum, couldn't make the second debate, right? And he gets more time to talk, right? Because 25% of the candidates are gone, right? Which means that he gets way more time to talk and way more focus and he can express more energy, right? And the great part is we get to see it again. I'm really excited about this, right? Vivek Ramaswamy. Hi, I used to be a professional tennis player, and I look like I could jump over if you could pile up all these people who look like corpses next to me, right? Mike Pence, man, that dude looks like they put the makeup on him to put him in a coffin, right? Like, he looks terrible, right? And the reason why, he's ancient. He's like, you can count the rings, man. He's ancient, right? And I'm not trying to be cruel. This is real, right? You will find books written on how President John F. Kennedy utterly destroyed Richard Nixon, right? Just by smiling and showing up and going, what do you want? Do you want somebody who can actually manage walking onto a disaster site, which a president has to do about 3-4 times a year? Or do you want somebody who is the disaster site and needs a doctor on a good day, right? Like, and that's the point. Mike Pence looks like he's about ready to get stuffed in a coffin because he looks as pale as a corpse, right? And there's just no blood flowing, right? Like, it's bad, right? Vivek Ramaswamy is just going to look vibrant and alive, right? Like, and honestly, Chris Christie, I don't even need to say it. Like, you know it, right? Like, okay, I'm not even going to bother, right? So Ron DeSantis, I'm very convinced he will not be able to zip up his human suit in this appearance also. Plus, he is in it with Disney, right? And I honestly, okay, you know what? You had your little tiff with Disney. That was cute, but this is getting dangerous to America. Like, okay, you live in Florida, right? You picked a fight with the biggest earner in the world, right? And so he is really proven to not only not be charismatic, he is confident and intelligent, but he don't have an ounce of charisma. He couldn't fill a yogurt cup with the charisma he has, right? It's just like he doesn't even have ounces of it, right? Like with Donald Trump, charisma flows out of that guy like a rainfall, like a waterfall, right? But there's just no charisma there. He genuinely is dead in the eyes, right? So Ron DeSantis, I think he's going to be and actually Vivek's going to be ready for him. I think he's got a good team, and I think he's going to be able to manage them, right? And I think he'll be able to land some serious political body blows, exactly like he did before. Because the reality is, he's 100% right. Ron DeSantis is a pack puppet, right? It was a good line because it was accurate and it was true, right? So, like, basically, I think Ron DeSantis has defeated himself. Chris Christie is finished. There's one attribute that has made him lose. That attribute is already on display. It'll be on display again, right? Nikki Haley, she's going to come to play. He better be ready. Vivek Ramaswamy has to be ready for him. Tim Scott, a real candidate, but it's going to be easy to beat. And the reason why, I just think, I'm not, tell me if I'm wrong. Bill Clinton was able to get away with it, but like, I think Americans consider Southern candidates to be, what's the word? A little, like, I don't know. It's hard to say. They don't have that New York pep. Let's put it that way, right? And I think Tim Scott, he's just a little off, right? I think he really is just, he's off the pace. I think that's the issue, right? I think Vivek is set to utterly wreck. He is going to show up and show out. And I am extremely excited to see what he accomplishes. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.